Okay, I admit it. I played Priest and I had fun. Are you guys happy now? If you guys think that I look like a mess, you would be right, because my chat absolutely abused me. I did a subathon on my stream over at twitch.tv/ClarkHellScream not too long ago, and the whole point of the stream was a subathon that was geared towards people giving me decks that I had to optimize, and somebody wanted me to play Automaton Priest. Wonderful time to remind you guys to subscribe to the YouTube channel so we can get 100k subscribers before next August, and oh my dear lord, I had to come up with this deck because someone was like, hey, make Automaton Priest work, and I really have not messed with this archetype all too much. Now, it is pretty funny. As I am recording this video, I noticed that Brian Kibler, like 3 or 4 hours ago, ended up posting a video about Automaton Priest, so I'm gonna put his list on the screen just so you guys can have a couple of ideas to check out, as well as, you know, check out his link if you want to see more Automaton Priest gameplay. But let's talk about my thought process when it came to coming up with this list, because cards like Rest in Peace maybe don't deserve a spot in here, but let's at least hear me out on my decisions on why I decided on this 30 card list, because I don't think it's perfect, but it's Automaton Priest, so it's supposed to be fun, right? So the whole point of this deck is that you are trying to play a ton of Automatons. I'll see myself out. But it has +1/+1 for each other automaton that you've summoned this game, so the whole point of this deck is to make extra copies with cards like Creation Protocol. If you played Automaton Priest in the past, you are very familiar with this card. But Automaton Priest actually got some new support from this expansion. One of the cards that I'm actually not using in the list, but I know that Brian Kibler does have in his list, is the Narian Soothfancy. Now, this actually might be worth running in the deck, but I thought there was enough copying and enough, you know, making extra copies of the Automaton to where this card just felt a little bit unnecessary. And the reason why is because we are utilizing the Hunter tools with bird watching to discover a minion from your deck, trusty fishing rod in order to Twisty fishing wad. We got the Twisty fishing wad in order to get the Crimson Clergy and the Automaton from the deck, so that way you could do your funnel cake combos for a bunch of combo draws, or you could potentially get a bunch of Automatons on the field in one turn, depending on what exactly you're setting up. But more important than that, the Pet Parrot is the most important piece on why we want to run the Vol'jin Taurus card. And the greatest part about this deck is that we're not really bending over backwards in order to utilize the Taurus. Like, even if you didn't like any of the Hunter cards, I still believe that Chillin' Vol'jin would be in this deck regardless, especially with how it works with Automatons. So let's say I have let's say I have 2 Automatons on the field and they are both 4/5. So they've gotten a +3/+3 buff on those from other Automatons being played. If I were to play Chilling Vol'jin on those 2 Astral Automatons, they are 1/2s that are now going to have their 4/5 buff become the base. So this card will actually have a 4/5 base, and then it'll add the +3/+3. So if I've done my math correctly, I believe those minions would go from 4/5s into 7/8s. So that is an effective way to use Chilling Vol'jin to potentially push a lethal damage, and it'll definitely catch your opponent off guard because this interaction is still kind of wonky in my opinion. It doesn't work the way that I think it should, but the fact that it does work means that Astral Automaton definitely wants to have Chilling Vol'jin in this deck. I actually think it's core if you're going to want to play this deck, unfortunately, but if you don't have the dust for it, then you can replace it. It's just not going to be nearly as good. Another card that I feel like is 100% necessary is Pip. I'm sorry, but it's just copying extra 1 cards is just absolutely necessary for a deck like this, so you really can't cheap out when it comes to some of these legendaries. Some of the legendaries that you can cheap out on are cards like Rawden. I have a signature Rawden and I have a signature Pip, so Hearthstone is trying its best to make me play Priest, so I had to utilize this card in my deck one way or another, but there's no reason to craft this. There's no other deck that Rawden really goes into. Zola the Gorgon you get for free, so you don't have to worry about that. But the other legendary in this deck is obviously Aman'Thul, 100% worth it. Oh, I'm sorry. The other legendary that I was going to talk about is Love Everlasting. Love Everlasting, you don't really need it in the deck, but it helps because you have cards like Thrive in the Shadows and Power Chord Synchronize, as well as the Creation Protocol itself, that are just extremely useful at getting those discounts. But again, you don't need to craft this card in order to make it happen. But the legendaries you for sure need in a deck like this are going to be your Chilling Vol'jin, your Zola, your Pip, as well as your Aman'Thul. So I've already talked about the Hunter cards, and I believe it's very self-explanatory on why these cards are in the list. But the other two cards that are the other 4 cards, I should say, that are really weird in this list are the Rest in Peace, the Puppet Theater, and the Serenity. And these are more so just me trying to fill out some of the weaknesses of this deck. Like, Serenity had one moment in the games coming up ahead where it kind of did something, but it's really not that good of a tool. I would argue that the early game tempo is just way more important, but in an effort to keep the Automatons healthy and alive, I decided to put in Serenity, and maybe we kill like an aggro board with this. Not really sure what else we can really run in here, because Priest AoEs are kind of bad just to run like one copy of. Like, maybe you could run like a Harmonic Pop, but I really can't imagine it being good unless you combo it with your Love Everlasting. So some of these AoE tools just felt really awkward, and there's no way in hell I'm playing this. Oh my god, why does this card exist at 6 mana? Never going to be playable, just had to throw that out there. But regardless, the other card that we have in here is the Puppet Theater, for one simple reason. It works with Pip. That was my thought process, and maybe if my opponent plays like a Yogg or something, I could steal the Yogg. But the main reason why I put this in the deck is because you can get extra 1 mana 1/1 copies that you can copy with the Pip, and that just seems really good to me. But in the clips coming up ahead, I don't think I played this card even one time. But the general mulligan of this deck is just very straightforward. You want to keep your Clergy, you want to keep your Automatons, you want to keep your copy cards like your Creation Protocol, your Power Chord, you want to keep your pet Parrot if you have a 1-drop in hand, but I would not keep this card unless you absolutely have that synergy, because Automaton into Parrot on turn 2, very good combo. You also have Thrive in the Shadows, which is potentially worth it in the mulligan, Love Everlasting if it's a slower matchup, and you could definitely keep your Pip if you have some 1-drops available in your hand. But other than that, the only other card that I'd recommend keeping would be your Trusting Fishing Rod, anything that just helps you to get more copies or to summon the Automatons themselves. But if you want anybody to blame for this Priest video, blame my Twitch chat, because they're the ones that made me do all these challenges. And coming up over the next couple of days, I'm going to be uploading a lot of these fun decks that we played on the subathon. So there's going to be plenty of other videos coming out talking about the meta, but for the next week or so, I'm posting a lot of fun Hearthstone videos, okay? So just keep an eye out. And as always, if you like this kind of content, feel free to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel in order to help us reach our goal of 100K. We are going to make that happen, hopefully before next August. We've also got a Patreon in case you guys want to help support the content, to where you can get deck optimizations, coaching, as well as shoutouts in future videos. But thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. Autobots, transform and roll out, and we'll see you for the next video.
One shall stand,
Autobots.
one shall
One board
fall.
clear? I mean, I was thinking about the hot coals. If I put in hot coals, though, I don't have a way of attacking except with the rod. I don't know. Okay, so I gotta win with it. Remember, guys, I gotta win with the deck. Keeping location without the Pip, or keeping it without the Clergy is a bit gimmicky, but I believe in my deck. This into Forge. Put this on 3, have a big turn 4. Doing nothing against Hunter, though, is a surefire way of just getting killed. Not doing anything with this turn, though. It's a good thing for me. And there's the Automaton. So we're already cooking. This into this, make another copy. What's the auction going on? So the auction is very simple. If you go to that link that I just posted, you'll see this tweet up here that has the giveaway. But if you go in later into the post, there's this thing right here. Okay, so I can do a couple of things here. I think I want to just play Love Everlasting as quickly as I can. I've got this to potentially make more Automatons. And if we get a bunch of 1-drops, then we can copy them with Pip. Yo, what's going on, Noisiam? Noisiam? Good to have you here, man. Thank you for that support, man. I'm glad that you're coming over here from YouTube, dude. Seriously means a lot. Okay, here we go. Hear me out. No, it can't be raw then. We have to just pick the card draw. Okay. And now we can go like Automaton into Zola. We can play the Thrive in order to keep the Love Everlasting in play. Sorry for asking too much on the Mixologist version of the Rogue deck that I played before was better, right? I mean, there are some people that are saying it could be better. But I'm playing the deck that Maxi won the Masters Tour with, and I think that maybe the Mixologists are just unnecessary. Right now the sub count's at 222. Oh, good lord.
My power is as infinite as the star. My power is as infinite as the star.
Be gone! Be gone! Abomination!
My power is as infinite as the star.
All right, cooking with Automatons. If these survive, then we get to buff a bunch here. Elemental Rogue with a Miniature Pirate? It's just not good. Playable, but just not good. Yo, Greg coming in with the gifted sub to Gwen. Gwen, welcome to the Horde. Welcome, you've been recruited against your will. How do you handle subs running out on purpose for the purposes of sub goals? It's total sub count, technically. So if we lose subs, then it counts, because it's just the only way I can keep track of it. And I'm also gifting subs in the process. Like, I've already gifted 8 subs, technically, so far today. So that's another reason why we're just going off of total subs on the channel, because I'm also gifting subs. Automaton.
Infinite as the star. Cosmic growth.
Not quite lethal yet, but this is still a lot of damage.
My power is infinite as
I'm fine with losing the Love Everlasting. Heartbroken. I can't believe it. Your pizza topping should always be olives, banana peppers, and anchovies. Dude, my brother was gonna do the same thing. Freaking, I'll tell you right now, man. I wonder how much chat's gonna have mercy on my soul when it comes with that. Because you guys could actually build like a really bomb pizza, or this could be like the most disgusting thing I've ever eaten, and I gotta pay the money for it. Oh, wait a minute. What? Wait, what? Amalgam. Wait. Oh no. Chat, you realize what we're about to do, right? You realize what we're about to do, yeah? Oh no.
Taking a vacation ages ago.
Oh my god, so close. Is the Amalgam Hunter actually gonna beat me? Wait, so now okay, so the Amalgam comes out as a 1/1 though. Countered. Absolutely countered. Yellow pepper is less spicy than jalapeno, but still the kick. The best way of explaining them, it's like, okay, banana peppers are essentially just like pickled peppers. They're like pickled peppers is the best way of describing them. You get extra stats if you swap the Automaton stats twice. You mean if you swap an Automaton with an Automaton? Yes, because their base stat becomes what you just switched it with. Maybe that was lethal then. Maybe it was lethal. If they're pickled, then I could understand how it'd be weird on a pizza. Yeah, like, I don't really know what banana peppers go well with on pizza, but I got a friend of mine that loves, like, pepperoni and jalapeno. I can understand that, but, like, bell peppers, just like... Bell pepper, bro. What, or banana pepper. Banana pepper on pizza is just weird. All right, we built in the robots, bro. Automaton might actually be a tier 2 deck, low to mid tier 2. It's just a classic example of a deck where it's like, it gets knocked off its high horse for like 1 turn and you just lose because of it. All right, he's losing to the Autobots. Let's go. I got jalapenos on my Philly cheesesteak. It will change your life. Well, I just usually get regular green peppers. I love green peppers on my. Oh my God! Wait a minute. Bro, play your weapon. Play your turn 4 weapon, bro. Go for it. I don't even think this is a good version of the deck, but here we go, dude. What is the taunt? Okay, the taunt. That's not lethal though, is it? Yeah, +1/+1, so 6s. Dude, hold on a minute. The Deafen would have won the game if I had the Deafen in my deck, and you guys made me take it out. Wait a minute. Discover the Automaton. It's lethal. Wait, no. Wait, yes, because then I can play it. GG. Oh my God. Yeah, dude, just play a bunch of robots. It just works. Yeah, breaking news, Clarglove's Priest. When it works, man, what can I say? Completely agree on that, but in comparison to what else, wait. But in comparison to what else is out there, Automaton Priest is a little better than some tier 2 decks. I mean, yes and no, because we're kind of like judging the deck based off of a high roll, right? Like, we really are judging the deck based off of like a high roll that happens like maybe 1 in like 10 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 spells. Perfect. Dude, triple robot against Druid? Wait a minute, does this just win the game when I play Vol'jin? Is this actually just gonna be a GG? Maybe it's better just to play Zola instead. Because they're really not, I mean, they're essentially doubling, but... Yo, what's this? The Glory Raid? The Glorious Raid. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're playing some Funstone right now. Or at least we're trying to. Wait, hold on a minute. I could make this into a 1-2. But it really wouldn't be that good. I think I'd just make another copy. Because then the 4s actually trade. Oh my God. I'm not gonna lie though, dude. A swipe kind of ends the dream. So no swipe. But what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're doing a subathon. We have a giveaway happening, so make sure you check out the giveaway. Oh my God, the Autobots survive. Okay, hold on a minute. Pip. So we do this. We swap this one, and now they have like a gigantic boost. And oh my God, let's go. I'll trade this here, face with the other 2. And maybe I can Amanthul make another copy. Yeah, no swipe, GG. Oh my God, go with the flow to freeze a minion. When was the last time you saw a Druid do this? Why do double stats from Vol'jin? Because the Automaton has a 1-2 original stat line. If you change that 1-2 stat line, because you're changing their stats. So essentially you're turning that 4-2 like the 4/5 into its main stat line, so you're like essentially buffing the buff, if that makes sense. It's a really weird interaction. I personally don't think it should be working the way that it is, but it just does. This Druid's out of options, dude. Automaton Priest. Currently 12/5 with Automaton Priest in Legend. What Legend rank? Should you get to something more intuitive of required resources, and Blizzard is just a small indie company? When will Blizzard finally break out of its chains and it'll stop being such a small indie company? Ooh, this is the nuts. You know, as of right now, there's 1 sub in the past half hour, which means if someone gives 2 subs, they can tell me what to play instead. That's where the auction comes into it. Now, if it sounds fun, it's because it's supposed to be fun. Anchovies and pineapple. Okay, I like pineapple though, so that's not that's not really that's not damaging me. I can handle some pineapple. I'll tell you what, I can handle me some pineapple any day. I love me some pineapple any day. Top 10K, not subbed 5K like you, so take that for what it is. Plus, I don't have the priest tourist. Well, that's why I'm here, to try this out for you. Don't you worry about it. Love Everlasting. I could go all in on the Automatons here. I don't hate the idea, but yeah, let's just do it. Only way this is bad is if he plays Brawl, right? Like if he coins Brawl. I feel like this is gonna be a hard matchup for us to win, but if they don't have early game removal, then we can't just scam them. In fact, the Vol'jin could just yes. No. Wait, another parrot? Another parrot or Rawden? Yeah, I guess it is just parrot. Because it just buffs the board. What toppings are pluses, Mr. Streamer? What do you mean, what toppings are pluses? Like, which ones would I say yes to? If I want Clark to get through the 24 hours, would you probably make sure that he gets a bomb pie? Oh, we just win. Dude, how this deck is smacking cheeks, bro. What the hell? What is happening? Is there a prize if I go 5-0 with the deck? I didn't think this far.